scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from the Bad City, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is cold-blooded Wes Warren.
The cold-blooded monster has returned, and you have to imagine, Spencer, Wes Warren is as motivated as ever to get the momentum back on his side. After having a nearly unmatched debut here in Pro Wrestling 225, Wes Warren had claimed the SEC championship and was so close to win. It's good to see you too, Wes. You think he was serious?
I can't imagine he thinks it's nice to see anyone.
He was so close. Look, see that frustration still showing. Because you saw this come out after he lost the SEC championship and came so close to winning the Mayor's Cup against Mustang Mike.
The last time we saw Wes Warren was after losing that match to Mustang Mike, losing the SEC title, losing the Mayor's Cup. He was almost deranged with how angry he was, almost getting physical with me as I was just standing there, you know, trying to check on him.
What a match this is going to be.
You think Columbia's ready?
I don't know if I'm ready. You talk about motivated. Here comes the game changer. Here comes the man that many are calling the next face of Pro Wrestling 225. What would it mean for Christian Blake to overcome a former SEC champion like Wes Warren here tonight with all the momentum already on his side coming into this match?
Christian Blake is ready here in Columbia, Mississippi. But here's the thing, Landon, you brought it up. What would a win mean? The question is, how many more times do we have to ask that question, right? What would this win mean? He has been undefeated as a singles competitor here in Pro Wrestling 225 this year, but is this the win that puts him over the top?
I'm expecting a hard-hitting matchup here, no pull punches. These two are gonna beat the hell out of each other here in Columbia, and I can't wait to see it.
We talk about how big of a win this could be. This might be his toughest challenge in front of him in Wes Warren. As angry as he is, already look at this stare down. Look at this stare down between Warren and Christian Blake. And it looks like we're going to be joined again by the manager of Christian Blake, Ian Landry.
Hello again, boys.
Welcome back. Congratulations on the victory earlier tonight with Jordan Job. Big win over Antonio Bronson. But how about this matchup? Christian Blake, Wes Warren in Columbia.
We have been waiting for this one for a long time. I knew Wes Warren when he first started the wrestling business, and Wes Warren now is not the same as Wes Warren then. But then again, neither was Christian Blake at the time. So to see these two go one-on-one like this for the first time in 225 is extremely exciting.
These two guys have had a hell of a run here as singles competitors in Pro Wrestling 225 this year. Warren obviously coming off of his loss of the SEC title and the Mayor's Cup at Cruel Summer, but Christian Blake undefeated as a singles competitor in Pro Wrestling 225 this year. So something's got to give tonight.
Yeah, we hope Christian can keep that winning streak up. And look, I like Wes Warren, I do, but his attitude is just leaves something to be desired.
Well, that, you know, anyone who's going to put his hands on someone like he did with Alexis Windsor, I can't believe this guy's so unhinged and unpredictable. You never know what he's going to do.
It's disgusting. You can say it. It's disgusting. His attitude and his demeanor and the way he acts is horrific.
No, I don't think you're wrong, Brett. I think that he's a guy that is dangerous to be around in Pro Wrestling 225. And the fact that he was not here for Danger Zone can only mean bad things for that locker room.
Christian Blake on the other side of things. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. This is what Christian Blake brings to the table. Looking for his third straight victory since losing the Pro Wrestling 225 Tag Team Championships back in June. This transition from tag to singles competition surely seems to suit Christian Blake here.
I would agree. Christian was a singles competitor for quite some time prior to tagging with Jordan. A lot of folks don't know Jordan Jaw was retired from wrestling for a period of time. When he came back, it was easy. It was plain and simple for them to tag team together.
Right.
And they had such a great chemistry with each other, and obviously everything they accomplished as tag team champions was incredible. But in this case, this is really Christian getting back to his roots as a singles competitor. And, you know, it's just like riding a bike.
Look at this mat wrestling between these two, and you know, I've kind of come to expect this from Christian Blake. And look, Wes Warren hanging with him toe-to-toe, but look at this, Blake able to power out here. Sends him back over. Look at this reversal.
When this match got announced for Clash in Columbia, I knew we were in for a treat. We know that Wes Warren went the time limit draw with Brett the Threat earlier this year, and we know how capable Christian Blake is on the mat and in that ring. So I knew this matchup was going to be one for the year here in Pro Wrestling 225. Brett, I want to ask you, you know, we talked about how Ja is able to sort of bounce back from things. He doesn't really hammer and focus in on losses and things like that. On the, you know, adversely to that, Christian Blake, he's on this high, right? He's just keeps winning that big triple threat win. Last time out when with Vordell Walker and Frederick Yeager, does that sort of momentum benefit him?
It does, but like I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, one thing that I've been really working with Christian on is that his losses get in his head. Christian is extremely adept. He's one of the best wrestlers that Pro Wrestling 225 has ever had, one of the best wrestlers that I have ever had the pleasure of managing, but he does get in his head. These losses or what he perceives as shortcomings can really break his focus. So as long as he keeps winning and keeps that confidence up, we're good. But if he falters or stumble steps, he is so hard on himself. And I think that's one of those psychological downfalls that you really can't trip into that, especially in the wrestling world.
So that leads to a big question that I have for you, Landon. I would ask you, Brett, but I have a feeling I know your answer. Landon, who needs this win more? Christian Blake or Wes Warren?
I think in both of their minds, each man thinks they need this win more than the other. I mean, look at Wes Warren coming off of that huge loss, almost winning that Mayor's Cup. It sort of makes me want to say that Warren needs it more, but you have to imagine any sort of slowing of momentum for Christian Blake would be extremely detrimental at this point in his career. So I think that's a toss-up. Oh, man. But Blake knows what it takes to compete on a heavyweight championship level. He's been in those main event title matches before and even has a win over the former Pro Wrestling 225 heavyweight champion Vordell Walker now. And honestly, I think we're seeing that level of competition between both of these wrestlers here tonight. I mean, what a match this has already been.
Careful. Wes Warren right in front of us, Brett. I noticed Christian Blake not pursuing.
You got to let somebody like Wes Warren steam his own steam. I mean, he makes these situations for himself, and Wes Warren has very well documented anger issues, and that's his issue. Christian might get in his head, you know, he might have some, maybe I didn't win this match, maybe this, that. But Wes Warren is volatile. His aggression comes from this place of anger that I don't even know where he's got the well from.
Well, and I've been so impressed with Christian Blake here. It looks like he's playing into that. He came into this knowing what kind of mindset that Wes Warren was going to be in, and look, he even expected that.
How about that? You got to assume, Lena, that that's something that Brett and Christian worked on together before this match, knowing that they could feed into that anger and sort of be a little bit predictable because of that. The momentum is coming. Look at this. Flying fast across the ring is Christian Blake.
Hard-hitting action like we knew it would be.
Go.
Oh, only a two count.
Look, guys, every Superman villain knows what kryptonite is, right? So every single opponent that we come across, we got to figure out what is their weakness. And obviously, Wes Warren's weakness is that anger. He shows cracks in his foundation with it. He doesn't stay focused. And that's what we were able to take advantage of.
Absolutely, as we saw earlier with that wrist lock, keeping Warren on the mat and that, showing that frustration coming out, and right here in front of us.
I believe Xtian just chopped him with one hand while he is putting in a ponytail. Gentlemen, that is talent.
And confidence, the swagger just dripping off of Xtian Blake.
Look at that perfectly executed bun. I'm telling you, one hand wrestling, one hand hair care. Xtian Blake can do it all.
And Xtian Blake just asking for it. Good God, these shots.
Brett, what's better, the chops or the bun?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to seeing Wes Warren's chest the same color as his ring. So I'm leaning chops.
Yeah. Oh. Wes Warren able to get some momentum here on the outside, and okay.
Oh.
Oh, man, opening up.
Gotta give the ladies with them.
Opening up that singlet, seeing a little bit more of Xtian Blake than we usually do.
Well, than you usually do.
Wait a minute, what do we got here? Oh, no!
Blake able to duck out of the way, and that was not the chest you heard chopping with that hand. That was the ring post.
And you have to imagine Warren may be looking at a fractured hand.
Oh, those are some fractured phalanges right there, boys.
Oh, no, the dermis destroyer to the back.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, what a hard kick.
Is it just me, or is Xtian Blake enjoying himself?
I think he's having a good time.
In his element, to say the least. Wes Warren is in trouble, but wait a minute, just as I say that.
I pulled him right into the post. It looked like the shoulder hit there. Might have been the corner.
Xtian
blocked it.
Able to block it this time, but not that time again. That shoulder being driven, and you see the hard edges on this steel ring post. Unforgiving.
That looks.
Oh no, this is dangerous. Look at this, the torque pulling that arm and that shoulder through the barricade. Oh my God.
Eddie Irons trying to get control of this matchup.
We said he was angry, we said he was deranged, and he's showing it here.
That is Xtian's left shoulder, which he has dislocated in the past. So that is it's a long time healed now, but I mean, that's still an old injury that could be re-aggravated.
And oh man, Wes Warren wasting no time. Going to continue to work on that injured left arm, that left shoulder.
Well, and this is why Wes Warren, like him or not, is so good. Because once he smells blood in the water, he is all over it. And now the focus is on that shoulder of Blake. Big drop kick there.
Shoulders down. There we go. Only a 2.
Still had some momentum in that kick out too. That's good.
Well, that's the thing about Xtian Blake. He knows what it feels like to be on the ropes, and he is comfortable in this type of environment. But so is Wes Warren. This is a war here at Clash 2.
This is an incredible matchup. There we go. We got some fan participation here. There we go. That's right. I like to hear that. Come on, Xtian.
Well, you know, Xtian does too. He's a guy that feeds off of that emotion from the crowd.
Oh, absolutely. Xtian is one of the most, he's such an emotional performer.
Which we've talked about now for multiple reasons is part of what makes him so good.
Looks like he got caught up there. Wes Warren driving his throat across the top of the rope. And Xtian Blake just trying to breathe right now.
See, if I was there, man, Xtian should not be trying to pull himself up with that same arm.
You noticed, yeah.
That you can't put any kind of weight on that shoulder if he's doing any sort of damage to it.
Well, you know, you're just going through the motions. It's instinct, right? You're just trying to get back in the ring.
That's one way to get back in the ring. And Wes Warren
we've seen this
hangs
before.
on to it. He's going to go into the corner. Oh, man. Good God, an explosive suplex sends Blake crashing into the corner.
Guys, those ropes are tight. When you hit your feet on that, the recoil alone, I mean, that can blow out a knee, that can blow out an ankle.
Oh, a kick out. I thought that might do it for the game changer, but he is still in it. But the situation is dire right now for Xtian Blake.
Maybe just kicking out on instinct.
Xtian, come on. You know where you're at.
Come on, hey, let go.
And it is such an important match, not just for these two singles competitors to sort of make a statement in the singles division, but we have Fright Night just around the corner. Landed right. Fright Night is going to be October 23rd at the LM Lockhart Gym in Denham Springs, Louisiana. And we know that's one of the biggest shows of the year in Pro Wrestling 225.
Certainly
and you
is.
do not,
Oh, no!
you do not want to go into that off of a
same
loss, but look at that
Left
shoulder.
shoulder crashing into the post. Definitely not good. A hard clubbing blow to the back. Warren, oh, that's not going to do any favors for that shoulder either.
Christian, tuck that arm, man. Come on.
The cold-blooded one going to the top rope. Blake trying to find some feeling as he gets up.
Dangerous territory. Oh, good God.
And it was directly onto that shoulder, Brett. There's the count. And no! A kick out at 2 by Christian Blake.
I cannot believe Christian Blake found it in himself to kick out. What a drop kick. What a match this is.
I'm getting a little worried. I don't know if it's a smart idea to keep going with this damage to the shoulder.
You know Christian Blake doesn't ever want to give up. But in your mind, as a manager, Brett, how does that cross your mind? Is that something that you think about
To
here?
be honest, I've advised Christian to give up in certain scenarios. I mean, it's not worth the long-term damage. Christian is an athlete, and to be honest, as a manager, as his agent, he is an asset of mine. If I don't have a talent, and if he doesn't have the ability to perform in the ring, we're both losing.
Wait a minute. Trying to hold him up, but that left shoulder not just giving way to the weight of Wes Warren. And oh, hard forearm.
Christian,
Try
think better of it.
again. Wait a minute. And look at that power slam.
Into a cover. And Blake nearly got the job done with a power slam.
And that was so smart,
My heart.
using the momentum instead of the power on that injured shoulder.
The Pro Wrestling 225 family here looking to get Blake back in it. Is this his moment to turn things around?
Man, we have seen Christian Blake in wars with Lucha Lacora, in wars with guys like Vordell Walker, and this match is right up there with him.
Catches himself on the ropes.
Wes
Sends
Warren.
Warren to the apron.
That shoulder.
Up and over.
Been on the apron
Christian.
here.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, hey.
No, this is dangerous.
Definitely not.
No,
Don't
that-
do this.
That table even is too far away.
Look at the
That's-
distance.
That's concrete.
Blake's got to hold on.
Christian.
But with that shoulder, can he hold on?
Shoulder might give out right here.
Ooh, big elbow.
Eddie Irons is going to have to get control of this thing, get this thing back in the ring for these
Christian.
guys' safety.
Get him back in.
Brett pleading alongside us to
Oh!
get Wes Warren back in the ring.
Wes Warren needs to check his teeth.
It's just not a safe place to
And oh!
That will compress your tailbone right into your spinal column.
That sling blade right on the apron.
Both men are down here in Columbia. This has been one hell of a clash. Blake on the outside trying to find his way back into the ring. Warren starting to stir on the inside. Can Blake get to a cover? He does. Eddie Irons in good position there. A kick out at 2. This match continues.
Unbelievable.
How much longer is Christian Blake's shoulder going to be able to keep this up?
Christian's resilience is sometimes equivalent to obstinance. He just doesn't want to lose, man. He just doesn't.
Not even thinking about the long-term effect, right,
even-
of that shoulder injury. As look at that. Look at that. Warren, the chop to the throat, and then just whips that shoulder straight to the mat.
Oh! Almost enough.
Again, guys, as an advocate here, it's hard for me to say that it's. You know, I admire that he's pushing through, but I mean, you got to think about the long-term effects. I know you don't in the moment, and I'm not an athlete. I can't imagine exactly what's running through these guys' heads, but I've been seeing this for 12 years now, man. I mean, you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. It's classic.
I don't know that Fold'em is in Christian Blake's vocabulary.
And it isn't. It isn't. And that's the source of many of our arguments.
And that is
I can imagine.
so dangerous against a man as aggressive as Wes Warren. We have seen him hurt people. It's what he likes to do. And
Yeah, he enjoys it. It's sick.
Dangerous territory for Blake to be in up on the top rope.
And oh, wait a minute.
Look at that. He just swatted away at that arm, that same arm, and now he's got Blake up top.
Set for the cold-blooded driver out of nowhere.
There we go. There we go.
Not able to capitalize immediately, but
The
hooks
cover.
the leg. And the ring awareness from Christian Blake.
Excellent.
Brett, I know you noticed that. Wes Warren hit that cold-blooded driver off the top rope, and it was Blake rolling over just one extra time that got him near the ropes. I don't know that he could have kicked out, but he was able to put his foot on the ropes, and this match continued.
I personally would have preferred if maybe he had exited the ring, gave himself a moment to breathe, but that's just not what Christian wanted to do. Christian's incredible abs, his incredible abdominal muscles ripped right through his gear.
What a collision.
What an Adonis is Christian Blake.
Wes is down.
Even
Blake
without
is
the man
down.
bun.
Even
And at
without
this
the
point,
man
can you
bun.
believe that? It is anybody's game here in Columbia. Who's going to be first to their feet? Looks like both men are up now. Warren charges but misses. Up and
man.
Great sit-out spine buster. Come on.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
high impact from the game changer, but this time it's Wes Warren showing resilience and getting that shoulder up at 2.9.
Christian's really got to think about the ramifications.
This match might come down to who gets on their feet first right here. This is such an important moment.
I asked you guys at the beginning of this match who needs this win more. We might find out right now.
Up at the same
Warren just
time.
shouting at Blake.
Never will. Hear me? Never will.
Oh, and just trading shots.
Hockey fight.
This is a clash. Oh man, both men collapsing. Real. Back up to his feet. And oh man, down again. Are you kidding?
How much can these guys take out of each other?
A third straight double clothesline to each other,
But
as
neither-
both men reeling.
Neither man willing to back down. Did you see both of them push their weight forward on that last one? I just can't believe it.
Hear me?
Uh-oh.
Better.
You don't want to do that.
Not to Christian Blake.
Wes, you don't want to do that, kid.
Oh,
You hear
Hard
those slaps.
this is madness. Ooh. You think they want this win? Wait a minute.
The Blaze Barrage.
Barrage brings Warren down. And oh!
Game over.
Game over. That is it. Christian Blake has done it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner,
I can't believe that.
Christian.
That was incredible.
Brett, we talked about the long-term ramifications of that shoulder, but what about the long-term ramifications of a win for the game changer tonight in Columbia?
Boys, Spencer Landon, we are going straight to the top, man. Next stop is gold, I assure you that.
An incredible showing from both of these competitors here tonight.
And you heard it from Brett and Landry. The next stop is gold for Christian Blake. And we know the next stop is Fright Night, October 23rd at the East Park Rec Center. It's at the Ellen Lockhart Gym in Denham Springs, Louisiana. Excuse me.
I mean, we're a little bit flabbergasted right now.
What
I
a
mean,
match.
What a match.
And what a moment for the game changer.
As you know, and you notice the game changer is a little gingerly on that left shoulder, but I mean, that victory was worth every bit of momentum that he's got now. Wow.
So the question I ask you, Landon, where does Wes Warren go from here?
Wes Warren has got to find a way to hit the reset button. He needs to not let this loss get to his head.
And there it is, Christian Blake. The zipper is gone, and listen, Freddie and Landry said, and Adonis in front of us. Christian Blake, the game changer, a winner here in Columbia, Mississippi. And according to Brett Ian Landry, next stop is gold.
There could be gold around the waist of Christian Blake very soon.
We talked about it coming into this event, Landon, that had match of the year written all over it, and my word, did it deliver.
Without a doubt. What a show we have had here. Clash in Columbia 2. It's almost outliving Clash in Columbia 1.
Already, we're only first half through. Right, Landon? What a match. Christian Blake, an epic victory over the cold-blooded Wes Warren. But we have so much more action to come, if you can believe it.
Oh, man. What about our main event?
Six-man tag team action, but does Corey Constantine have a team?
He's created so many enemies over the years, as we've seen. I mean, just look at who is in Ben Wood's corner.
Wait a minute.
Oh.